So let's talk about something that's on a lot of our minds, heart health. We're going to dive into a really big question today. Can the food you eat actually help unclog your arteries? We'll look at some really powerful, natural foods and the science that backs them up. Let's get right into it. I want you to think about this for a second. What if there was something building up inside your body, day after day, for years, without a single symptom? No warnings, nothing. Until one day, it leads to a major, life-changing health crisis. Well, this isn't some sci-fi movie plot. For millions of people, it's a quiet reality. And that silent threat? It has a name: atherosclerosis. Basically, it's a slow burn inflammation where this stuff called plaque, a nasty mix of fat, cholesterol, and other things, builds up, hardens, and narrows your arteries. And the truly scary part is that most people have absolutely no idea it's happening until they have a heart attack or a stroke. And just to give you a sense of the scale we're talking about, it's huge. Cardiovascular diseases, which are usually caused by this exact process, are the #1 cause of death in the entire world. We're talking about nearly 18 million lives lost every single year. It's just a staggering number.
But, and this is a big but, it's not all doom and gloom. This is not a one-way street. The science is becoming crystal clear that what you eat is one of the most powerful weapons you have. You can absolutely fight back, and it starts right on your plate.
So where do we start? Well, let's kick things off with some of the most powerful plaque fighters you can find right in the produce section. First on our list are the heavy hitters, leafy greens. Think spinach, kale, arugula, even things like beetroot. These guys are at the top of the list for a very, very good reason. So what's the secret sauce here? It all comes down to something called dietary nitrates. When you eat these greens, your body turns those nitrates into nitric oxide, which is like a miracle worker for your blood vessels. It tells them to chill out, relax, and widen up, which means better blood flow and lower blood pressure. And the research on this is amazing. A big study from Edith Cowan University found that people who ate them regularly had a 12 to 26% lower risk of heart disease. The biggest drop? A whopping 26% lower risk for peripheral artery disease. That's when the arteries in your legs start to narrow. And here's the best part. It's so simple to do. Dr. Catherine Bondineau, the head researcher on that study, summed it up perfectly. Just 1 cup of raw greens a day. That's it. That could be a handful of spinach in your smoothie or a simple side salad with dinner. Totally doable, right? Okay, let's move from greens to a fruit that has some truly jaw-dropping research behind it when it comes to cleaning up your arteries: the pomegranate. You have to hear about this study. It was published in Clinical Nutrition, and they took patients who already had a narrowing of the main arteries in their neck. They had them drink pomegranate juice every day for a year. The results? The thickness of their artery walls went down by up to 30%. And get this, in the group that didn't drink the juice, the artery walls actually got thicker by 9%. That's not just slowing something down, that's a reversal. It's incredible. And of course, we can't leave out citrus fruits. Grapefruit and lemons, in particular, have some really special compounds that help you tackle cholesterol, which, as we know, is a main ingredient in that nasty plaque. The magic ingredient here is something called viscous fiber. Grapefruit is packed with a type called pectin. The easiest way to think about it is like a sponge. As it moves through your gut, it soaks up and binds to cholesterol, stopping your body from absorbing it and helping to get rid of that bad LDL cholesterol. Okay, now this is super, super important, so please listen up. Grapefruit is amazing, but it has natural compounds that can mess with how your body processes a lot of common drugs. We're talking statins, some blood pressure meds, even some allergy pills. It can make the levels of those drugs in your blood shoot up to dangerous levels. So, bottom line, if you take any medication at all, you absolutely have to talk to your doctor before you start adding grapefruit to your diet. Seriously. All right, let's move on to our next group of artery unclogging heroes. We're heading into the spice rack and exploring the wild world of fermented foods. Garlic. I mean, people have been using it as medicine for thousands of years, and now science is finally catching up and showing us why. The real magic happens with a compound called allicin, which gets released when you chop or crush a clove of garlic. And just look at the results from this study on aged garlic extract. It's wild. They took people who were already on statins to manage their cholesterol. The group that got a placebo saw their plaque, measured by calcification, increased by over 22% in a year. But the group taking the garlic extract, their plaque only increased by 7.5%. That is a massive slowdown, showing that garlic can give you an extra layer of protection, even on top of conventional medicine. A couple of other all-stars to mention here are turmeric and natto. You've probably heard of turmeric. Its active ingredient, curcumin, is a world-class anti-inflammatory. And since we know atherosclerosis is driven by inflammation, that's a huge win. Then there's natto. It's a traditional Japanese food made from fermented soybeans. It's unique because it has an enzyme called nattokinase that actually helps dissolve fibrin, which is like the glue that holds blood clots and plaque together. Okay, for our final section, let's talk about fats. I know, fats can sound like a bad word when we're talking about arteries, but it's not about avoiding all fat. It's about choosing the right fats, the ones that actually help protect you. Really, it boils down to a tale of two omegas, omega-6 and omega-3. You need both, but the problem is that most of our modern diets are way overloaded with omega-6s, which tend to promote inflammation. Omega-3s, on the other hand, do the opposite. They're anti-inflammatory. They help cool everything down.
So why are omega-3s your artery's best friend? Well, you find them in things like fatty fish and a good extra virgin olive oil, and they do so much more than just lower cholesterol. They actually get inside the plaque itself, calming the inflammation and making that plaque more stable. A stable plaque is way less likely to break off and cause a heart attack.
And this quote right here is the key to everything. It explains that the real danger isn't always how much plaque you have, but how unstable it is. A small, angry, inflamed plaque is far more dangerous than a bigger, older, stable one. And that's exactly why the stabilizing effect of omega-3s is such a massive game changer for heart health. Okay, wow, we have covered a ton of ground. So the big question is, how do we put all this amazing information to work in our real lives? Let's break it all down into a super simple plan. Here you go. This is not about a crazy, restrictive diet. It's just about making small, consistent, powerful additions. Try adding a cup of greens to your smoothie. Start cooking with real garlic and good olive oil. Maybe swap out a soda for some pomegranate juice. Sprinkle some turmeric on your roasted veggies. And try to get some fatty fish like salmon on your plate a couple of times a week. That's it. These simple tweaks can make a huge difference over time. So I'll leave you with this question. Which one of these powerhouse foods are you gonna add to your plate this week? Let me know your plan down in the comments. And hey, if you found this explainer helpful and you want more on natural ways to protect your heart, do me a favor and hit that like button. Thanks for tuning in.